Whole Story Quest Audiobooks presents The Dead Can't Speak by M.A. Comley, narrated by Louise Amos. Prologue. The night was chillier than she'd anticipated as she waited on the corner for him to meet her. Mid-March, and she was rubbing her hands together to keep warm. Mind you, if she'd bothered to put more layers on like her mother had always drilled into her as a kid, she'd probably be able to combat the cold better. That's tough. I can't look sexy in jeans and a woolly jumper. She stamped her feet, her 4-inch heels clicking against the pavement, sending tiny jolts of pain shuddering up her slim calves. What women have to do to please the opposite sex. A couple of young men passed her, whispering, leering at her as they got closer. A shudder rippled up her spine. Do one, idiots, I'm out of your class. She glanced up the road but kept half an eye on them in case they decided to double back and pounce on her. Men, what gives them the right to lurch like that? To ogle every girl they pass in the street? Tossers, the lot of them. Well, except one, that is. Another 10 minutes dragged past. Her gaze drifted up to the clock in the main square for the 75th time in the 15 minutes she'd been standing there, freezing her bits off. A hot breath on her neck had her yelping. She turned, and the second she laid eyes on his handsome features, she was lost. If any other man had kept her waiting for 2 minutes, let alone 15, she would have been livid, punched his lights out for having the audacity. But this man, well, he knew he had a special place in her heart. Yes, now and then he abused her. Not physically. No, he'd never done that. But mentally. Was it really abuse, though? Or was it his way of tormenting her, teasing her, ensuring she was at fever pitch for him? Whatever his reason for being late, she'd forgive him. She always did. She was that besotted with him that she didn't care how he treated her, as long as he made the time to be with her. He was a busy man with a tight schedule. She'd known that from the outset of their relationship, and had accepted it. There you are. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten me. She smiled and fluttered her false eyelashes. He placed a hand on either side of her face and pulled her closer, his lips light as he tenderly kissed her. It would be impossible to forget about you. Sex on legs and a beauty men would kill for. His seductive tone ensured she melted into his arms, and they shared a long, satisfying kiss that stirred her insides, whisking them into a frenzy. She wanted this man so much. Sometimes the pain was unbearable, so real it physically hurt. Do you want to eat, or shall...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?